예, 반갑습니다. 오늘은 엔드류 데이트 좀 이것저것 봐보기 위해서 켰고요. 아마 공부하다 중간중간 하는 거라서 조금만 하고 끊고 조금 보고 끊고 이걸 반복할 예정입니다. 가보시죠. 여기 지금 멈추면 안 되는구나. 여기 있다.
Kind of comfort. In every single hotel you go to, the minibar has a variation of snacks, drinks, some Pringles, some orange juice. Let me show you what you get in a juice hotel in Minsk, Belarus. You get
죄송.
one mixer, a small bottle of apple juice. You get a whole bottle of Jameson whiskey,
내 목소리가
a
들리나?
whole bottle of Jack Daniels whiskey,
들리나?
a whole bottle of cognac, a
모르겠다.
single measure of tequila, wine, and 2 waters.
Wait, that doesn't add up.
So there's,
It's supposed to be 1 to 1.
it doesn't add up to you. See, I feel at home here. I feel like the Belarusians understand my needs.
No, wait, but
My boozy needs.
Tristan,
Yeah, 1 apple juice for the morning for
it
breakfast,
doesn't make sense.
wine for lunch, 2 bottles of whiskey for dinner, cognac and tequila for
No,
dessert.
but have you done the math? It doesn't add up. There's more whiskey than there is apple.
Andrew, talk to your cousin. What's his problem with this minibar setup? I like him.
What do you-
There's certainly enough booze.
But you'd have to order more apple juice to.
Order more apple juice. What do you think I'm made of apples?
Made of apples.
What a cunt.
This doesn't make sense.
It's wonderful.
Even with the waters don't equal the total volume of.
Water.
Sunshine. Have a look outside, see the sunshine. Tell me you don't feel like necking half a bottle of whiskey.
I know. I don't care how much sunshine there is.
Sunshine. You don't want any whiskey at all.
No.
Want a little bit.
No, zero. I love water and soup. Some nice soup.
Your cousin. My cousin, your cousin.
But that kid you hang around with,
He's your cousin.
nothing to do with me.
Follow the clues. The traditional
Shit.
Belarusian food.
Nice.
We're in Belarus. Can't we just have some nice Belarusian food?
Yeah,
Nice
exactly.
Follow the clues, guys.
Huh?
I think if we work together, we can find them.
Starting to get. We are getting closer, aren't we?
This wall is filled with Burger King.
Go kart. I think we're going the right way.
I'm a genius.
I don't want Burger King. I want something for Belarusian.
Yeah,
Follow
Burger
the
King.
clues. We'll find it.
We're getting closer. I can sense it. It is cold.
We like us. So we're racing on a car.
Yeah. We're racing the car park.
0 degrees.
Nice.
Nice. We don't care.
He's electric.
I assume so. So Tristan's scared of Burger King.
No, I'm saying there's
No,
look
no.
At this restaurant. Look at it. It looks nice.
Andrew, we heard him, didn't we?
It's Belarusian. We can go there and eat food that isn't burgers.
So you're scared of Burger King?
I'm scared of fucking Burger King.
So are you, wait.
Grow up.
Do you want Burger King, yes or
3
no?
fucking days I've been in Minsk. I've had Burger King, Taco Bell, McDonald's. Stop eating shit. It's not even on the fucking bill. Just, can we just go to a restaurant and eat some normal
Are you the
fucking
lion
food?
or the scarecrow?
Sounds like
Which one
the
am I?
Scarecrow to me.
Eat some
Are you the
normal
lion or the
food.
scarecrow?
There's the Tin Man.
You're Dorothy.
Can we go and eat in a Belarus
If you make your Dorothy, we go.
I'm not fucking admitting it. I'll go by my fucking self and eat by myself.
You're
I'm
Dorothy.
sick of you two cunts.
You're
Your
Dorothy.
stupid fucking series.
I still think we should go to Burger King.
Andrew, I thought you ordered espressos. I distinctly heard you ordering espressos. Tristan, what did you do? I spoke to the guy. Espresso martini. No. It was espressos. I changed your order to espresso martini. Why? Upgrade. That's not up. It's a downgrade for you. We started drinking at 9 a.m. It is now 2 a.m.
Yes.
Cheers, Andrew. Cheers, Luke.
But no one even wants the booze
Hey,
anymore.
losers.
Now it's just booze
What is
to
this?
booze.
Andrew, cheers.
The tea was good.
The tea.
Yes, the tea. What are you doing?
I am Ric Flair. It's you. It's Jameson.
I don't know who Ric Flair is.
You do? Fuck. Andrew, talk to your cousin. He doesn't know who Ric Flair is.
You don't know who the champagne drinking, jet flying flying.
Limousine riding. Diamond ring wearing.
Heavyweight champion of the world is.
No, I mean, I didn't.
Woo! I'm having a hard time keeping these alligators down.
And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Woo! You see this?
Hi, Tristan, nice room.
No, my hotel room was broken into. I'm in Belarus, my hotel room was broken into. And I know who broke into it. You know who broke into my hotel room?
No.
Fucking Andrew. I gave Andrew the key, and he broke the door.
А, вы забыли, Джейсон забыли. Значит.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I came back for this.
Нет, вы его забыли.
Ah.
Jameson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good. So, Andrew broke my door.
I broke in because what happened was
The key was working, and you tried to force the door open, and you thought that was a good idea.
tried.
You somehow thought the door would just swing open.
No.
It did. It did swing open.
It just swing open.
It did
It
swing
didn't
open.
work, so I thought, fuck this, and I 1-inch punched it and bust the door. What else am I gonna do? Go get a new key?
Well, I've just had to pack all my stuff again. They're moving my bags. Apparently, the room is an upgrade, but these were the best suites available when I first booked this hotel.
Listen, mate. You better hope the key works in the next room, because my 1-inch punch is reloaded.
It's reloaded by
I'm
now.
not gonna play
If
games.
you want to start this game, I'll go and kick your door.
Let's go, you cunt. Let's go, you fucking prick. You know I'm scared of you? The difference between you and me is this. You have things in your room. I've been wearing the same clothes for 4 days. I don't have any stuff. I'm alone in the universe. All my things are in the ball chain.
CZ.
You're a clean shirt. With your nice big coat, your different clothes.
I hope they downgraded
your
you.
suit.
I hope it's a huge downgrade.
I can't believe you didn't expect me to do exactly that. Key ain't working.
You know,
Shame you're closer to me now, closer to my room. I got fucked. Tristan's down on the same floor as me.
good. Drinking partner next
No,
time.
I know.
Oh, Jameson. They think we want to vote with
Yeah.
Jameson.
She knows me.
She fucked me.
She knows me. This woman knows me by now. Ah, your Jameson is here, sir. That's why I'm back.
Alright, I see this upgrade. Not an upgrade. It's gonna be a shit room. It's your shit much.
I hope it's a super downgrade. They must hate us. They-
Oh, nice. Thanks, Andrew.
Wait, what the fuck? This is bigger than my fucking room.
Thanks, Andrew.
This is bigger. This is
This must be the presidential suite. It was unavailable when I booked it, but we've been here 2 nights already. It must be open.
So now you got a presidential suite.
Yeah.
So what do you say for me breaking your door?
Fuck off and get out my presidential suite, peasant.
You should say thank you. I got you a free upgrade.
Listen, we're part of get out of my suite. You don't understand. I'm not interested in talking to you.
This room's like 3 of my rooms.
Yes, exactly. Good. Good. Nice and bad, yeah. Let's see if the mini bars any more diverse.
He has flowers in his fucking bathroom.
Yeah, what fucking flowers? Hey, confidential episode. We have to drink all this today.
Okay. All right.
You in, Luke? In for a penny, in for a pound.
So what? So that's drinking a Belarusian
Minibar.
minibar in one day.
Drinking a Belarusian minibar in one day. Take confidential episode. If you guys want to see that episode, well, fuck, you're gonna do, because we're gonna start right fucking now. And baby fucking you.
Oh, this is
cry
horrible.
his eyes out.
Andrew's not tequila, man. I am. Here you go, Luke. You're Havana
Wait,
Club
no,
rum,
this is
man.
ass. I can tell this is going to be ass.
Why don't you go fuck yourself? Here, Havana Club rum.
Get this open.
I think this is meant for like more people, not 3.
Fuck off, clean shirt.
Maybe he's made for 3 Belarusians, and we're just hanging out with some American dork. You
Can't drink.
Can't hack the haters.
Welcome to the real world.
Woo!
오케이, 여기까지. 이따가 또 볼 때 읽어볼까? 읽어보죠.
I decided to
이따가 이걸 볼 때 다시 오겠습니다. 저는 공부 좀 마저 하다가 하던 거 마저 하고 올게요. 1시간 뒤에 보시죠. 바이.
And to pay. I had 70 grand and I was 30 grand short. And I said to Tristan, I'm going to be a G. I'm going to go casino and I'm going to make it. Give me the 70 G's. I'm going to come back with 100. And Tristan said, well, listen, you're my brother. I trust you. If you want to do it.
정삼각형이 뭐야?
가라.
정삼각형.
정삼각형. 그러니까 변이 모두 똑같은 삼각형을 말하는데, 봐봐. 이런 삼각형 말고 이런 딱 진짜 동그란 세모. 오케이?
아니 동그란 세모?
그러니까 쏘리. 봐봐. 삼각형을 만드는 방법 여러 개가 있잖아. 그래서 이렇게 만들어. 이거 세모 아니야.
세모지?
이거 세모 아니야.
세모지?
이상한 세모잖아. 깔끔한 세모. 오케이? 이거 깔끔한 세모. 이런 지저분한 세모 말고. 알았어요? 딱 깔끔한 세모. 다 각각 똑같아야 돼. 변이 똑같아야 돼.
그럼 변이 짝수여야 된다?
짝수? 삼각형인데 변이 짝수일 리가 있어. 뭐
아니 그러니까 별이 아니라 그 꼭지점.
꼭지점이 어떻게 짝수야 삼각형인데? 세 개잖아.
응?
그러니까 그게 아니라 그냥 이렇게 딱 올바른 삼각형인데 또 올바른 사각형은 뭐라고 할까? 정사각형. 올바른 오각형은 뭐라고 할까?
정각형.
그런 거야. 가서 해봐. 그러니까 삼각형마다 모양이 다 똑같아야 된다고 네가 보는 문제에서는. 오케이?
따뜻해?
아니 나 지금 뭐 하고 있다고. 가.
Webcam company. The story behind that, I'll give you a very short version of it. The story behind that is I was buying a place. The story behind that, I'll give you a very short version of it. The story behind that is I was buying a place in Thailand and I was short for my last payment. It was 300 grand. I paid 200. I needed the last 100 grand to pay. I had 70 grand and I was 30 grand short. And I said to Tristan, I'm going to be a G. I'm going to go casino and I'm going to make it. Give me the 70 G's. I'm going to come back with 100. And Tristan said, well, listen, you're my brother. I trust you. If you want to do it, do it. I was like, listen, every once in a while you have to get lucky in life, right? So I went and I hit the casino with my 70 grand. I put my nice suit on, took a bad bitch, had a martini first, shaken, not stirred. I did it right. And I got fucked up. I lost all the money. Got wrecked, bro. Lost 70 G's in 2 hours. Thanks, my friend. Of course, bro. So now I need 100 grand, right? So now I'm really broke. So when I came home, Tristan's like, did you make it? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, man. I'm like, I know, oh, man. What the fuck can you do, right? Yeah. And I didn't have a Now I need 100 grand, right? So now I'm really broke. So when I came home, Tristan's like, did you make it? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, man. I'm like, I know, oh, man. What the fuck can you do, right? Yeah. And I didn't have a fight coming up for, let's say, 2 months. So I had no money coming in for 2 months. I had to make this payment. So I said to Tristan, I'm not going to leave my bedroom until I work out how to make us some money. And he said, why? I said, well, I heard about some scientists that did that crazy shit, and they still talk about him now, so maybe he did something right. So I'm going to do the same dumb shit. I'm going to sit in my room. So I sat in my room. Next day I wake up. All right, I need to get rich. And I'm starting from nothing, right? So I get on my laptop, and I start Googling what scientists that did that crazy shit, and they still... So I said to Tristan, I'm not going to leave my bedroom until I work out how to make us some money. And he said, why? I said, well, I heard about some scientists that did that crazy shit, and they still talk about him now, so maybe he did something right. So I'm going to do the same dumb shit. I'm going to sit in my room. So I sat in my room. Next day I wake up. All right, I need to get rich. And I'm starting from nothing, right? So I get on my laptop, and I start Googling, what is money? Where does it come from? How does money work? And then I started learning about fractional reserve banking, the Federal Reserve, how it's not linked to gold anymore. I didn't even understand how banks worked. I didn't understand any of this shit. I started looking it all up, and I spent a good 3 or 4 days studying. And then I got really angry because I realized that money is bullshit. It's all a lie. It's printed from the sky, and I still don't have any. So now I'm really pissed off. I'm like, what, this trash? I don't even have any of it.
Paper.
It's paper. I don't even have any, right? So now I'm really, really mad. So I'm sitting there trying to look up how to make money, and I got a piece of paper, and I was trying to write down ideas. I started writing down all these crazy ideas, blah, blah, blah. And it said, write down your assets, the assets you have. I mean, I had an apartment, but it was rented. I had a car, but it was on finance. I was big and strong, but I was already kickboxing. It's an asset. But one thing I did have is I had all these girlfriends from all around the world, because when I would go around the world fighting and I'd win a fight, I'd fuck a ring girl. She'd fall in love with the champ. She thinks I'm some big millionaire living in London. She's in Paris or Moscow or wherever she is. I can't wait to see you again. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. So I had all these girlfriends from all around the world. So I thought, well, maybe I can open a strip club. But to open a strip club takes money. I didn't have any money. So how am I going to buy a club, get licensing, get insurance, all this kind of crap?
Very expensive.
It's expensive, right? So I wrote down I had all these chicks. I mean, I'm not ruthless enough to put them on the track. I mean, these are my hoes. So, I mean, I ain't giving them up. Like, these are my bitches. Like, I didn't want to go out there on the streets. So I was like, what can I do with them anyway? So by coincidence, and I'll say this now, and I'll state this with absolute integrity, I never was a porn guy. In fact, to this day, I literally will swear on my father's grave, I can honestly say I've never sat down and watched porn on my own, ever. I just fuck. I want to fuck and fuck. There's no such thing as a dry spell in Tate Land. So, like, I got something to fuck. like, don't worry, I'm fine, right? So I never was a porn guy, so I never really was into it. So I'm on all these strange websites looking up all these things, and there's something in the corner, one of them links to talk to live girls now or something. And I was like, talk to live girls now? I don't know why I clicked on it. I don't know if it's because about 10 minutes before I just written down I had all these girlfriends, but I clicked on it and I saw some chick on a webcam, some girl in Russia sitting there, like it was dial up, like still moving around, like slowly, with her titties, dial up titties, like this. I saw some dial up titties, and I was like, what the fuck's she sitting there for? And then I saw like a tip come in. It's like, oh, so people are paying this bitch. But I didn't really know how much it could make. So for the next few days, I'm sitting there looking at all these cam companies, all these cam websites. I'm saying to Tristan, maybe we should start a cam website. Maybe we should start a cam website. And my idea initially was to start my own website. And then I realized it's better just to put girls on their website. So that was the plan I came up with to make money. So I booked a flight for all my girlfriends. Because this is what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, which of the girls are the hottest? Well, she's the hottest, but she's got a bit of an attitude. This one ain't as hot, but she's sweet as pie. She'll do as I say. Which one do I really want? I don't know. I can't afford to get 5 premises. I can't put them all in 5 apartments. I don't have any money. So I'm just going to have to go dark triad militant. Yoga fire, douse him. You understand?
Yeah.
Yoga flame. I was like, fuck it, yoga flame. So I told Tristan my plan. I said, look, I'm going to Hadouken. I'm going to fly them all in. He's like, when? I'm like, at once, bro. I'm doing 1 airport pickup. I got shit to do. I ain't going back and forth to the fucking airport all day. So I timed it, got them all on different flights, bang, they all landed within 45 minutes of each other, picked them all up. They all got in the car. They didn't even know who each other were. They're like, who's this girl? Who's that? Hi, Andrew, miss you. Trying to kiss me. I'm like, don't kiss me yet. Then when the other bitches get mad. Just driving my car full of hoes, broke. Driving back to the apartment. Yeah. Bro, but you know what? I needed money. I needed money. That's the difference between wanting money and needing money.
Yeah.
I needed money. So I sat all 5 of them down. I told them the truth. I said, listen, young ladies, I'm starting a webcam business. I've got a big sponsor. I've got millions of dollars of backing. This is going to be huge. This is going to change your life. You're going to be a multi-millionaire from this. It's going to take a couple years of work. And we're all going to stay here in this apartment. We're going to live together. We're going to be a family. And you're going to do as I say. And you're going to be rich. And all of them were like, what? Who's this bitch? I'm like, my girlfriend. Well, I thought I was your girlfriend. You're all my girlfriend. I just came at it honestly. And that was the day Tristan actually made up his famous quote he still uses to this day. Because Tristan said to me, T. I was like, what? He goes, you're still in fight shape. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, they ain't got hands. As in, what they gonna do, right? They can't beat me up. Like, I'm hard to kill. What are they gonna do? You gonna come get Aikido, bitch? You're gonna do nothing. What they gonna do, right? They can't in fight shape. He goes, they ain't got hands. As in, what they gonna do, right? They can't beat me up. Like, I'm hard to kill. What are they gonna do? You gonna come get Aikido, bitch? You're gonna do nothing but cry. Shut up. So I sat all 5 from there, told them the truth. 3 got crazy, said, I'm leaving. I said, fucking go then. 2 stayed. And that was the beginning of my webcam empire. So I had 2 girls and me sleep in 1 bed, threesome every night, little happy family, 12 hours a day of broadcasting online. And the way it started was, what I learned then when I started my webcam business is that women are 1, lazy, and 2, they really have no intuition. Even if you're a smart female, even if you have a degree and you're considered smart, you have no, like, intuition on life.
Right.
So I had these 2 girls, and I set them up, bought the laptops, put them on cam, etc. And they weren't making that much money. And I was analyzing their chats afterwards, and I could see why. Just saying dumb shit. Dumb shit, bro. Like, if they were sitting there talking to an old guy, and the old guy would say, what kind of guys do you like? She'd say, I like young guys with good body and money. to some old fat dude.
Wow.
Why kill his dream?
But I think
뭐?
아, 저거는 아예 모르겠어.
아니 모르겠어.
이해가 안 되고 나 그래가지고 추리 퀴즈 이거
그래 돼. 이따 내가 설명해줄게.
뭐?
한 두 번쯤 보면은
이게 이쪽에 기는 목에
야 풀어보라고? 풀었어 너? 내가 해볼게.
뭐야?
뭐 쉬운 거 아니야?
너무 쉬워.
답이 맞아?
맞아.
아하. 뭐지?
오늘은 머리를 좀 스물살졌다.
모르겠는데 나 아직.
가르쳐줘?
아니. 고기 굽고 있어. 아니 나 지금 뭐 하고 있어. 가.
그래가지고 모르겠어?
아직.
난
뭐.
찾았어.
야 3초 4초 봤는데 내가 어떻게 알아?
3초 4초 같다고? 한 20초, 10초는 본것 같았어.
몰라. 지금 가봐. 나 지금 그거 안 볼 거야.
오케이. 잘 구워, 맛있게.
가라.
오케이.
나 쉬고 있다. 내 쉬는 시간을 방해하지 마.
오케이.
And the money, and the money, and the money.
Why kill his dream? I say, no, you need to say, I'm tired of these young guys messing me around. I want a guy who's been through that phase in his life, looking for something more stable. You know, and if you get a young guy, you can just say, I'm tired of these old perverts hitting on me. Fine, I'm talking to a hot guy. So you need to play into the fantasy. So I'm trying to teach these perverts hitting on me. Fine, I'm talking to a hot guy. So you need to play into the fantasy. So I'm trying to teach these bitches. So it gets to the point where after the work shift, we're sitting around at dinner, and I'm like, look, here's how you sell this. Like proper businessman. Here's how you do this. Here's how you do this. Listen, ho, you said this wrong. I had transcripts. I had transcripts of their webcam chat.
Damn.
No, highlight, no, do this, change this, trying to teach them, right?
Yeah.
And then I realized, you know what's easier than teaching these bitches? I'm just gonna do it myself. So I had about 4 months till my next fight. And I thought, it takes me 3 months to get in shape. I got 1 month off. And for that month, I sat the girl on camera, gave her a keyboard that wasn't plugged in, and she'd just go like this. And I sat behind the screen, and I finessed the dudes. Me, myself. I was a cam girl. Bro, I sat there myself and pretended to be a cam girl and said all the right things. And with these 2 bitches, I made 110 grand in my first month.
Damn. 2 girls that decided to stay with you.
2 girls that stayed with me.
11만 달러가 얼마지? 원화로 1억?
I rinsed it. Because these guys were talking about World War II and shit. All the fucking, bro, I knew all of it, bro.
Yeah.
They were like, I can't believe you know. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm from Russia. We're taught in school. The dude thought she was some World War II historian. This bitch didn't know nothing. She's a bimbo. She could barely suck a dick. It was crazy.
Facts.
So I was rinsing the game.
I can confirm this, comrade. She was a dumb bimbo. I can confirm.
So I was rinsing the game. And from there, I thought, you know what? This is how much I'm making with 2 girls. Imagine I had more girls.
Right.
And that was the beginning of my empire. So I ended up getting to the point where I had 75 girls in 5 different premises working. And yeah, it was a lot of money. But I had it tiered, right? I had a management structure. So by then, girl could join, she could work hard, work for like a year and a half, and then become a manager. So now she doesn't have to actually sit on the cam anymore. She has to manage and train the new girls. This is where I learned something else about females. Women don't like listening to women. Women will listen to the boss, the G. If I come in and say, look, do this, cool. But if another bitch tells her, do this, she's like, well, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, why don't you go on cam? She's like, well, I've been on cam. Well, you're on cam now. They're just cat fights, right?
time.
And when I tell this story, everyone thinks I was living like Dan Bilzerian. I was not interested in fucking these girls. I wanted to be rich. That's the reason I was successful. I was successful because I could withhold my thirst completely. Most men can't. Most men cannot be in a premises with 75 naked hoes, and I didn't give a fuck. I didn't want to even look at titties. I wanted money. All I cared about, right? So when I had these 75 girls, I had a whole bunch of problems because I learned a bunch of lessons about women. Another lesson I learned is that women will cut off their nose to spite their face. They don't give a fuck. They'll ruin their own life to try and annoy you. I had girls I was paying $30,000, $40,000 a month. And over some stupid argument, they want to quit. I was like, you're going to lose 40 grand a month. I'd rather lose that than work for you, stupid. I was like, what, because I told you to make your bed?
Wow.
You're an idiot. And they'd leave. And they'd always text you later and try and get their job back. But then you can't show weakness in front of the other chicks. If you let a chick come back who quit, then everyone may as well quit and come back.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You can't. You have to be solid with it, right? Another thing I learned is that women are only loyal to the dick they're sucking. Because they are. If any girl I was sleeping with worked her ass off and was cool, any girl who was a pure business arrangement and she had her own boyfriend on the side, they'd last maybe 3 weeks. Till their boyfriend would say, why are you working for this man? We can do this ourselves. Why don't you come do it with me? And she'd leave with that guy and they'd make no money. Because just like a podcast, how many people say to you, oh, I can start a podcast, easy. All the tech, all the bullshit behind it,
Of course.
the hard work.
Every girl that comes in here, I want to do a podcast.
Yeah, of course you do.
That's so much fun. I can do it.
No, you can't. There's a whole bunch that goes on. There's so much intangible, right? And that's what people don't understand. Why would a girl work for you, Andrew? Because there's incalculable intangible involved, right? So girls were fucking crazy. Anyway, to cut this story a little shorter.
You don't have to. Continue on.
Okay, so I had my 75 hoes.
We ain't cutting Andrew off, man. Keep going. Let them know.
I had my 75 hoes. But the ones I'm sleeping with, I'm keeping somewhere around, let me just do the math. 100% of the fucking money. Because you're my bitch now, right? I'm planning for our financial future. Right. It's important we're rich forever, bitch. That's why I just bought myself that Ferrari. So I'm keeping all the fucking money, right? But the girl, bro, you think I wasn't saying those lines, my friend? Why'd you buy the Ferrari? Because we're rich forever now. You don't trust me? I trust you. Shut up, then. That's why I got the fucking leather seat.
Sell the dream, man. Sell the dream.
So that's right. So I'm keeping all the money of the girls I'm fucking.
Yeah.
So now I have a financial incentive to fuck as many as I can, right? And this is why I go back to the game about me not being thirsty. Bro, I'm telling you now, and I'm saying this without arrogance, without trying to make a funny story. There were days I woke up, looked through the figures, because I always fuck the girls who did the best to motivate them, and think, I gotta fuck 11 girls today. I just don't want to. I was depressed. I was like, 11 bitches. It's like, you gotta put a performance in, right? I was like, oh, I just want to play chess. Why don't these horny bitches leave me alone? Like, I didn't want to do any of it, right? Yeah. And that's also where I learned a lot. People say to me all the time, these game tips, these things you learn. I spent my time around beautiful women I didn't want to sleep with, who wanted to sleep with me. It taught me a whole bunch about female psychology. You'd be amazed when a bitch really loves you how horny these fuckers are.
Yeah.
She wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. And any girl who I wasn't sleeping with, I tried to motivate them with money, give them a higher percentage. So anyway, the way it worked out, because I had all these girls, a lot of them were on a higher percentage. The ones I was sleeping with, I kept all of it. In my best ever month, after I paid all the expenses, after I paid all the management, all the staff, all the premises, my best ever month, I made $454,000.
Wow.
Net. That was for me.
Fucking
Boom, after
awesome.
everything.
Sheesh.
So I thought I cracked it, right? And this is also kind of why I retired from fighting. Because after that month, I got the call, world title fight. And now I'm like, I can't be in the office. I have to leave it to the girls. Now I took that fight and I won. But as soon as I started training again, the month after, I made like 180. That was the difference in price.
Shit.
So I lost much more than I even got paid to fight, you know? Because I left it in the hands of all the management and the women, and women are women. Women are instinctively lazy. Women do not understand. If you teach a girl how to make $1,000 in an hour, she'll think, I only have to work 3 hours this week.
There you go.
Where if you teach a man how to make $1,000 an hour, he'll think I can make $24,000 a day, right? So women were lazy, so I wasn't making any money if I wasn't there. So I had these 75 girls. I decided, because I wanted to keep fighting, to instead of having an army, I'm going to reduce it to special forces. I walked in a robe, Versace robe, drunk, to Tristan's room, and said, listen, T, this is reenact. I was like, bruv. He goes, what? I said, why we got this army of hoes? We could just get some special forces. He said, what do you mean? I was like, let's take our 20 best girls, the 10 you're fucking, the 10 I'm fucking. Let's get rid of all the drama, all the headache from all the stupid girls we ain't fucking. All the times her boyfriend comes to the door trying to act fresh, you have to fuck him up or I have to fuck him up. All this crap that's going on. Let's just get 10 girls, 10 girls. Let's settle down. I'll settle down with my 10 bitches. You settle down with your 10 bitches. Let's be good men of God. Let's relax. Let's relax a little bit. And we agreed, right? So that's what we agreed to do. So we took the 10 best of his, 10 best of mine. Me and my brother share everything except hose. His hose, my hose. So we take them all to this one big house. So I got 10 girlfriends, he's got 10 girlfriends, me and him, boom. We're sitting there, we're working. We're making, because they were our best girls, we were still making $250, $300 a month. None of the bullshit, none of the extra premises, none of the crap, da-da-da. So everything was good for about 2 months. And here's where it all went fucking wrong. And this is why I left England. This is how it all went wrong. So I'm the big G now, right? I was broke. I was a broke fighter. 9 months later, Ferrari, Lambo, penthouse.
You made your first million.
Yeah, I made a bunch of money, right? I'm killing it now. I'm the big Lambo, penthouse.
You made your first million.
Yeah, I made a bunch of money, right? I'm killing it now. I'm the big G. I walk around in my robe. I call myself a robe trillionaire. Like, I don't have to put on clothes for nobody. You come to my house to talk business, I'm wearing a robe and my underwear. What the fuck you want? I'm that guy. So I'm living in this house, right? One night, there was this stupid bitch. You know what? Maybe she's watching this. The case is over now. Stupid bitch. Serena. It's her dumb ass name.
Oh, this is the first Fresh Fit exclusive.
Stupid bitch. So I'm fucking her.
Hey,
You know, the big
my
G.
nigga.
It's part of the game. So I'm fucking her. Anyway, she gets really jealous of this other bitch. They're fighting. She stole my lipstick, blah, blah, blah. And what I was really doing is, when you're a pimp, you're a HR department. You have to settle the disputes. You got to keep everyone happy.
Right.
Because that's what it all is. Happy girls make money.
Facts.
You can't sit on the webcam miserable. These guys are trying to escape their miserable wives. You got to be happy. You're an actress. You got to be positive. And that's what a pimp is, a positively inspirational and motivating person. That's my job, right? That's a good breakdown. Bro, that's what it is.
One more time, in case they missed.
에요. 줘? 지금 줘? 밥 좀 해주고 와야겠다. 네, 목욕하면서 바꿔보겠습니다.
One day, I'm I'm laying in bed with my hose, chilling. And if any of the real G's out here know, sleeping with one chick is kind of comfortable and cool. Sleeping with 4 is awful. It's fucking horrible. It's hot. You're in the middle. It's hot as fuck. You can't get up or move the covers without uncovering one of them. You can't go piss without fucking climbing a mountain. All their legs are fucking moving and shit. I bought the biggest bed you could fucking buy, and I hated it. So I swear I was half asleep for the whole pig career. So I didn't get a good night's sleep ever. Some kind of half asleep. Boom, 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 boom. And I just knew it was police. But I didn't know why.
FBI, open up!
Literally. I was like, Myron?
Myron, is that you?
But I didn't know why. I didn't know why they would be there.
Yeah.
But like, police, police. And the girl's like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, all right, chill, relax, relax. So I go up and said hello. They go, police, open the door, we're gonna break the door. I was like, okay. And I didn't do anything wrong, so I didn't understand what the problem was. Open the door. They sent the big man squad for me. Full SWAT, tasers drawn, body armor, helmets.
Did they have guns too? This is England, so.
No, they were armed. They were armed.
Yeah. Guys, that's a big deal in England because the police don't carry guns there.
And the police officer had a picture of me on a clipboard with my world title belts.
Damn.
So they knew I could fight, so they sent the serious extraction.
Of course.
And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Don't come in here. And there's 5 of them. He said, listen, I don't know what they want you for. It's just my job to bring you in. Even if you're innocent, you can explain to the detective.
Wow.
But I have to take you. So you can resist or you can comply. That's what he said. And I was like, fair enough. There's no point in me arguing my case to this guy because there's nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He's just to bring me, right? I said, okay, what am I being arrested for? You're being arrested for assault. I was like, assault? Against who? You're being arrested for the assaulting of Serena Hoface. I was like, Serena Hoface?
Hoface,
I didn't touch that bitch.
Yo,
And he was cool. He goes, you probably didn't, bro. You're probably innocent. I have to take you in. So he was kind of cool about it.
Right.
So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I thought this is going to take 10 minutes, right? Because I'm innocent. 10 minutes. Went upstairs, got dressed. Girls were all crying. I'm like, don't worry, Serena Hoface, minor. Don't worry about it. Put my clothes on, got in the police car, went down to the police station. They put my ass in a cell. I'm sitting in the cell. A little side story. When I walk in, the guy who checks us all in is fat as fuck, right? I'm fat, real fat guy. And he asked me some questions.
Okay, Andrew Tate, yeah, is that your name?
Yeah, he just said my name. Yeah, that's my name. This guy's an idiot. So I got a little tiff with him back and forth. Anyway, he annoyed me. And he said, I just wanted to let you know that you're going to be monitored in this cell. We have some pre-tel info on you, so you're going to be monitored in your cell. So if you have any ideas, I'm going to see them. What idea am I going to have in a cell, you dickhead? What am I going to do? So because he was a fat fuck, my idea in my cell was to do endless press-ups. Teach him a lesson. So they put me in my cell, and just like...
Press-ups or push-ups, guys. That's what they call it in England.
They put me in my cell, and like the master of Ludan, like Dowsip, I'm sitting there, and I'm just sitting with my eyes closed, generating power from the universe, sitting there, timing 5 minutes in my head, counting 60 seconds, 5 minutes, busting out 100 push-ups, sitting back down, 5 minutes, timing, 1, 2, just not even 100 push-ups. And I was doing it knowing that this fat fuck is watching me. Going, who the fuck is this dude? He's sitting like a monk for 5-minute intervals and doing push-ups. This is weird. Now, I don't know if it was me doing that and they were trying to test my endurance or if they're just inefficient. But I was in that cell for like 6 hours before my interview. I was in there for a long fucking time.
Wow.
And after a couple hours, I couldn't really do the push-ups anymore. So I had to go from 100 to like 90. Like 80, but still, every 5 minutes I did something. I didn't quit because I ached for like 2 weeks afterwards. So I'm telling you, bro, I was sitting there for my 5 minutes, breathing in and out, trying to get power back in the muscles, all to annoy this fat prick. It's like, yeah, you're fat, you're out of shape. Let me show you something. Puss. So anyway, they take me from the cell. They put me in front of the 2 investigating officers, Dyke 1 and Dyke 2. 2 fat bitches. And that's when I knew I was in trouble. It's like, oh, they got females investigating this shit now. Oh, now I get it. You got females investigating. So I sit down. I'm like, yeah, that bitch is lying. The fuck? Well, Mr. Tate, we've done a psychological profile. We've worked out that you're not a pussy and you say things online that, are true. So we actually have the suspicion that you beat shit out of her. I was like, I'm a kickboxing world champion. She got a fucking mark on her. She ain't got a mark. How did I hit her if she hasn't got a mark on her? Well, she came to us retrospectively and da-da-da. I said, why didn't she come to you at the time? Well, some people come to the police 10 years after an event because it takes bravery to come forward. It's the fucking dyke shit, bro. I'm sitting there just like, you're an idiot. So this bitch goes to me, on the 3rd of July at 4:44 a.m., can you recite to me and tell me the story of blah, blah, blah? And I sat there and said, listen, if this is going to be used against me in a court of law, I think it's only fair, because we're all human, right? You're a police officer, I'm defendant, blah, blah. But we're all human. Let's all hold each other to human standards. If you can tell me what you were doing on a random morning 3.5 months ago, in detail which you were happy to be used against you in a court of law, then I'm happy to answer your fucking question. But if you don't know the shit you were doing a few months ago and you don't remember every detail, why are you expecting it of me? The bitch is lying, I didn't hear her. That's it. Fuck you. Right? Then the fat bitch made the biggest mistake of her fucking life. Because I said, I need a drink. And she goes, yeah, I want to actually let you know that you're allowed, we're not allowed to refuse you refreshment. You're allowed to drink. I was like, okay. Then I worked out that I can ask for a drink anytime I want. So every time she tried to ask me a new question, I'd be like, excuse me, can I have a coffee? And every time she had to ask me a question, halfway through, she had to waddle her ass out the interview room, come back with a coffee, and I just down it. Boom, sit down, listen to the rest of her stupid question. Bro, I must have had like 55 coffees. It's all on video. You go give him a coffee, right? So what happened was, me being a smart ass, I ended up being personally disliked by these two dykes. Goes on for a few hours. They finally let me go. They let me go on bail. But I'm innocent, right? So I go home, and I'm a clever motherfucker. I go home, and I say, listen, Tracy, who's my housewife, who's an old white lady. You're an old white lady. You look nice and trustworthy in court. You're going to go and tell the police that she was my girlfriend, we never argued, everything was fine, and you came into a bunch of sick on the floor. All you other young girls who are here are going to go and tell the story of exactly what happened. You're going to go tell the truth. And we're going to bury this shit, carry on with our lives. The girls all went to the police station. All told the truth. Girl was lying. She was being crazy. Andrew literally nicely walked her out, never hit her. She's lying. I had 10 witnesses on my side. Should be over, right? Shouldn't take long. Till I get called in for bail again. What? Get called in. We need you to come back to the police station, Mr. Tate, blah, blah, blah. All right, safe. Go back to the police station. Get put in a cell again. Another 6 hours. Same fat fuck. Same Dowson maneuvers. More push-ups. Same game. When I'm in the cell, they raided my apartment. Took all my phones, all my laptops, all my electronics. Took everything. Raided it like I was a criminal, right? They let me out 6 hours later without even interviewing me. Sent me home, and my house had been ransacked. Everything had been missing. So what the fuck did they take all that shit for? It's only webcam girls. I don't know what it's about. So they took all that stuff. So now my business is destroyed because I don't have any of the technology anymore.
Yeah.
So I said to the girls, look,
Were the girls there too or no?
the girls weren't there at the time, luckily.
You got back.
But I said to the girls, look, we're going to take some time off work because they've taken all the shit. I'm sure we'll get it back in a few days. I mean, how long could it take to analyze the computer and see there's nothing on it, right? Took all my shit. What happened next was that the two dyke police officers realized they had no case about the girl lying, but because they hated me, they forensically analyzed all of my phones and computers and raised 12 new charges against me.
Damn.
From things as simple as making a video while driving, to having a yard sale without paying fucking tax, to being part of a WhatsApp group which sent around videos from a war zone. So some dude stepped on a landmine. You know you're in these stupid WhatsApp groups and videos get sent around. I didn't even share it, didn't even save it. Yeah. Possession of extremist material. All this craziness. And they hit me with this 12-case, 10-year sentence bullshit out of fucking nowhere.
Damn.
And I had to fight that. I fought that back and forth for 3 years.
Damn.
Until I was finally free. All because one bitch lied, and they knew she lied, and they dropped the case because she was a liar, but they didn't like me, so they went through my life and tried to find a reason to put me in jail. And that's the reason I said, fuck the West, fuck England, I'm bouncing. Yeah, so because of what happened to me, I want to make something very, very clear, right? I don't beat bitches up. I've never needed to. I don't do it, right? I don't hit girls. I don't walk around like fucking Mike Tyson punching girls ever. But because of what happened to me, when I was in Romania, I was paranoid. And I spoke to a lawyer, like, if this happened to me here, what would it happen? Because I was scared it'd be worse.
Yeah.
Because you know you're in a foreign country sometimes, if someone goes police and you get locked, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, the law in Romania is she must have physical evidence of abuse. Did she have physical evidence of abuse? Like, no, there wasn't a mark on her. I'm like, okay, there's no case.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, well, safe. They're good. Like, they're like, yeah, if she gets hit, she needs to either take pictures and she needs to report it within 14 days. Otherwise, it didn't happen. There's none of that ancestral bullshit. 2 months, 20 years ago, he touched me, and all that crap.
Yeah.
Zero of it. Zero, zero, zero. So I felt comfortable there for a summer. And then coupled with the fact they had stupid things, man. They had the fastest broadband in Europe. They had the fastest internet in Europe. So I had nice internet. Yeah, it's a strange fact, I know. I had nice internet streams. I had cheap property for the accommodation for the girls. I had really good friends there, and my friends there were super well connected. Like, it's the first time I'd had like police escort to the club and shit. So it was cool. It was a cool place, and I thought I'd stay a while, and ended up staying for a long time, and I ended up building my own empire there. Now I have casinos on the ground. I have a property portfolio at the strip mall. I've got it all there, so it's kind of gone well. Yeah. So that's how it started. I left England out of necessity. I went to Romania out of convenience because I had a friend there who said, "Yeah, I'll pick you up at the airport. I'll look after you and your people. I got a big house. Come here." And bam, that's how it
Andrew,
all
you're
started.
와우. 돈. 네요. 이거 하나 볼까?
Andrew Tate was the most Googled man in the world last year. He offers a different vision. Tate's view is that men want respect above all. In order to get respect, men must become worthy of it. They must become more impressive. Earlier generations of Western leaders might have found parts of Tate's message inspiring. Now it's seen as a threat. The video is long, but if you can, take the time to watch it.
So when you say to men, listen, you're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to have standards. You're allowed to have boundaries and barriers. You're allowed to get up and become important and work hard and try hard and become the kind of man who can't be controlled. Then you're seen as an enemy. And especially with the massive influence I've gained, I think they look at me and go, he's helping men resist the slave programming. We don't need him around. We need to empty their brains so we can inject the slave programming and convince men to be eunuchs. Because once you're eunuchs, then you're not a threat.
Angered people?
Absolutely, because I'm arguing the only way to do that is via masculine excellence. I'm saying in the world we live in today, it's hyper-competitive, and if you want to be the kind of man that has the choice of women to choose a good one, you need to be an excellent man. It's no longer acceptable for you to just be an average Joe or below average. You have to get up, and you have to work hard, and you have to be smart and interesting, and you have to be charismatic, and make some money, and be in good shape, and you have to try very hard. And unfortunately, for them, if you follow that path as a man and you become successful in those realms, you end up being the kind of person who resists enslavement. You become the kind of person who wakes up and says, no, I don't believe in that. That doesn't make sense.
I can't imagine a better message than that.
This is what's really interesting to me about what's happening, is we're talking about masculinity and men who say no and men who stand up. But there has to be balance, right? Yeah. Everywhere in the world, there has to be power balances. If there's not a balance in power, there's going to be a vacuum, and that's going to be filled. If you neuter the native population of men, if you destroy their mentality to resist, if you tell them that every single thing about them masculine is wrong, and you basically feminize and eunuchate them, turn them into eunuchs, and then you import high testosterone men from the third world who don't believe any of this garbage, who grew up in a society where they understand the only way to succeed is to be a fearsome predator to a degree, what do you think is going to happen? Like, who's supposed to protect the sanctity of these nations and these settlements and these towns and villages? The police? No. In general, I would argue that it's the masculine essence that can be detected by the people who arrive. I guarantee if you were to put a bunch of these migrants in Sarajevo or Moscow, they behave themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling they just look around and go, not today. but when you neuter the native populace, then it's like, well, there's a power vacuum. And when there's a power vacuum, what do we expect to happen? So that's what's so...
What are the French going to do about it? What's your average Englishman going to do about it?
Nothing. And that's the thing. And that makes you wonder, is this purposeful? Like, why? These two actions of neutering the native populace and importing these high testosterone third worlders are so at odds with each other. Is this purposeful? I'm not sure. But has anyone considered this? So yeah, it's interesting because you talk about
these are huge and intentional trends, and I mean they're historically transformative trends. They're a big deal, so they're probably not happening by accident, right? There's got to be some intent. How could there not be?
That's right. And how do they expect all of this to end? And this is exactly what's happening with migration. The problem with migration specifically is that there's no native masculine populace to enforce any degree of culture or boundary or parameter. If you turn up in someone's house and their house is pristine, you're probably going to take your cup and you're going to go put it in the kitchen. But if you turn up in somebody's house and and nobody respects the house and nobody cares, and the man is drugged out of his mind, has to sleep on the couch, what are you gonna do with your cup? You're gonna leave it there. You don't give a shit. If you turn up to the Western world and look at
Then
it,
you're gonna hit on his wife.
absolutely. So what do we expect to happen in these scenarios, right?
You're very close to your brother.
Correct. I do think there's something inside of men, whereas if you're with your boys and you're with your group of men,
yes.
there's something inside of us,
Totally.
and it allows you to make the absolute best of war situations. Maybe that's an evolution from war. You know, all the men went to war, and you saw all this pain and suffering, and you saw heads, people decapitated, and you're injured, but then you sit around the campfire and you're laughing. You're laughing. That's right. It's something inside of us that's like a coping mechanism when you're around men. So when me and him were together, no matter how bad the scenario or no matter what they tried to do to us, part of us would just look at each other like, cigarette? And you find joy in that. And yeah, there's definitely, and that's another thing I think a lot of men are lacking, a lot of men are missing is a masculine support network. I think
Buddies.
Buddies.
Yeah.
You know, you talk to a guy and say, what was the highlight of your life? What was the best time of your life? And they'll say, college football. It's not about the football. It's about the team.
Yeah.
You know? And I think a lot of that's destroyed as well. Because also it's interesting how everything interconnects. When you destroy honor and principle and the masculine essence inside of men, well, now as a man, it's very hard to have friends. I wouldn't want to have a male friend who had no principles, no honors, and didn't work hard and was always crying about being sad. What do I want to hang around with him for? He's a loser, right? So then your support network's destroyed. And I think that men have always needed that since the dawn of time, and I think that's gone.
What do you think of women?
I think women are some of the most powerful people on the planet, firstly. A lot of the conversations we're having, most people don't understand that women are the gatekeepers, and women are the ultimate judges. Women are the ultimate judges, especially of sexual access, right? Women are fantastic. Women are they're like a barometer for society. I would say you can measure the strength of a society or the virtue of a society or how decayed a society is largely by the actions of many women. I'd like to argue that point. I can argue that point in many different ways. But women really want their man to be strong.
Of course.
They will punish you for being weak. And I'm not saying you can never cry to your woman. I'm not saying you can never open up to your woman. But there's going to become a time where she expects you to just be capable. There's a problem. And even if you don't know how to fix it, your job as a man is to say, I'll handle it. Even if you have no money and no hope. And to go find a way to fix the problem. If you're weak and go, I don't know, she becomes very resentful towards you.
그러고 노는 거야.
And she'll punish you for that weakness. And I think what she's trying to do on an
뭐라고?
evolutionary standard.
어?
렐름이 가자.
저도 있어.
어허, 땡큐. 여기 이러고 있네.
잘 숨겨놓으세요.
오케이. 엄마 오기 전까지.
들킨 뺏긴다.
띠띠하면 바로 저렇게 넣어야 돼.
근데 저기는 일시적이고 네가 네 방에 어떤 숨길 곳을 만들어야 돼. 뭐 침대 뒤에 둔다던가.
침대 밑.
뭐 그건 네 알아서 하고. 어제 나는 구해줬다.
땡큐.
Inspire you to man up because it's your job to protect her, isn't it? So if she sees you and looks at you and doesn't see you as a man who can protect her, she can't respect you.
So every survey of female happiness in the West shows just a straight decline since about 1970 till now. Women are becoming less happy in the West. I think it's very obvious. What accounts for that?
How can you be happy when all the men around you aren't men, right? We are the most beautiful union that God has possibly created on the planet. A feminine woman and a masculine man. It's the most beautiful union that can possibly exist. It raises children the best. Both parties are happier. Both parties gain. It's a net positive for everybody. There's no negative. There's no downside. But if you destroy one side of the equation, then the other side is going to be completely and utterly miserable and unhappy. How as a woman can you be happy if you can't find a man who you believe can protect you, provide for you, sticks up for you, has morals, has principles? There's none of those men left. So then what they do is just go from man to man trying to find it. And by the time they've been through enough men to maybe find someone semi-close to it, they've been through too many men to ever be happy. And then you have the absolute destruction of Western society. We talk about why men don't get married anymore. I can tell you why I wouldn't want to get married in America. I don't see the point in being married to a woman who's had so many partners before me that she can't properly pair bond with me and then giving her the opportunity to financially destroy me. I think that would be a bad chess move. And I do believe in marriage. I think society would be better if everyone was married. I'm saying that if you're living in an immoral society, being a moral person, if you're not careful about it, you can get wrecked. If the game is rigged, you have to be very careful if you play it. So how do we encourage men to get married? Well, they need to be worth marrying, but so do the women, right? So everything's decaying on both sides. Everything's spiraling. So why are women miserable? Because where are they going to get their happiness from? Where are they going to get their emotional stability from? It's not their job. I don't believe it's a woman's job to be emotionally stable. It's a woman's job to do many other very important jobs. Why are women miserable? Because where are they going to get their happiness from? Where are they going to get their emotional stability from? It's not their job. I don't believe it's a woman's job to be emotionally stable. It's a woman's job.
뭐라고? 지쳤다고? 짖었다고? 개가 짖는다고. 왈왈 하는 거.
짖는 게 아니라
아, 눈썹이 진했다고.
아
짙다, 진하다. 반대로는 연하다.
It's a woman's job to do many other very important. Why are women miserable? Because where are they going to get their happiness from? Where are they going to get their emotional stability from? It's not their job. I don't believe it's a woman's job.
그래.
Be emotionally stable. It's a woman's job to do many other very important things that men can't do. More important. They're better than men at a lot of things, women are. But it's our job to be emotionally stable. Women are better than us at certain things. We're better at other things. And that's why as a team we're so powerful. To sit and pretend we're all the same the whole way through, then why do we even need each other anymore?
Well, I don't think we do.
You're exactly it. And this is why we have birth rates declining, porn, women who are running around sharing one man with no intention of having children, marriage is gone.
Ever since, I thought it was so interesting. I never thought of it before. You said that a lot of people went along with the vax.
Yep.
And that you didn't judge them because facts change. But now that we know that a lot of what we were told was wrong and some of it was a lie, it is a requirement of your own dignity, of your own self-respect to say so.
Completely. And people should apologize. I really do believe. And I have nothing against the people who fell for the propaganda, fell for the programming against the vaccine.
Yes, I agree.
Fine. But you should wake up and say, I was fooled. I've learned my lesson. I will not be fooled again. But if you were fooled by the MSM and took the injection and you continue to be fooled and you've not self-reflected and you've not realized that they lied to you the entire way and you now believe the new bunch of lies that are all over the television, then there's something wrong with you.
Or you don't care that you were lied to.
You don't care that you were lied to because I think a lot of this is actually genuinely cowardice. I think it's a very easy worldview. The life is easier if you accept the news tells the truth.
Yes.
Everything they want me to believe is true. Everything's nice and simple. Good guys, bad guys, doop-de-doop-de-doo. And if you want to actually wake up, it takes a degree of bravery because then you have to destroy your entire worldview, everything you've ever understood and everything you're told, and you have to really look at the world and go, oh, this is a mess. And that takes bravery. And once again, that's why they don't want men to be brave. They want you to sit there and go, oh, it's easier if just, CNN said, so it must be true. And it's cowardice. And they're trying to instill cowardice in all of us. That's what they're trying very hard to do. I think the West is actually split between people who think and people who don't think at all.
It feels like the conflict between those two groups is getting more intense.
It's certainly getting more intense. And it was interesting for me because, and I want to be an optimist, but I lost so much faith in humanity during COVID. If you would have told me how COVID would have gone down before COVID, I'd say no way. We're not that bad. I thought the people aren't that dumb. But when I experienced COVID, it's actually scary. You see how the Nazis managed to do what they did. You see how they managed to put people in concentration camps. You see it. And I had a very unique view of COVID because in the first days of COVID, when people were falling over in China and the Italian hospitals were overrun, at the height of the panic, when most people believed, because it was the very beginning, early stages, my brother and I had a very logical conversation and said, we're two military-age men in very good physical condition. If we die of this, the world's over. If it can kill us, it's zombie apocalypse. So why are we going to live in fear? So we found the only two countries that were open, which were Sweden and Belarus. We decided to try Sweden. So for the first 3 months of COVID, during the height of lockdowns, when Florida was closed, when it was absolute...
I remember.
Yeah, when it was the craziest lockdowns globally, me and Tristan are in Sweden in absolute freedom. They had no restrictions, no masks, no vaccine passports, no social distancing, nightclubs are full, restaurants are open, perfectly complete normal society. Nobody talks about this anymore. Nobody talks about, wait, Sweden never did a thing. Everything functioned perfectly fine the entire time. And they don't have it. Where's their where's their illness of their winter of severe illness and death?
Yes.
They never had one. It's a cold country. Never had one. So we were living in Sweden, living completely normal lives, seeing the internet and seeing this insanity. And we're like, well, surely if we just put up a few videos of us partying in Sweden in nightclubs, this will wake people up. People ignored their own eyes. That's the scariest thing about everything, is that they can get to a level where, with the media machine, where people will genuinely ignore their own eyes. I don't understand how you can get people so brainwashed that they will see that the sky is blue, and then they'll watch that the sky is green, and then they'll look at it again and go, the sky's green. It's crazy to me, but COVID proves they can do that. And that's why the war is getting so intense, because the principled people are saying, how can you still believe in the things that you're saying? Here is all the logical, empirical evidence that that is a lie. But these people are ideologically brainwashed. They don't have the bravery it takes to wake up and accept that they're being lied. So they'd rather just end of time, repeat what they're told. That's so scary. It becomes more and more ridiculous the more both sides get.
Yes. What is the Matrix?
Good question. I guess some Americans call it the deep state, but I like to look at it in a more global way. When I say the Matrix, I think there are certain agendas being pushed.